Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to build the Mr. Circuit Lab number 9 on TinkerCAD. So if you want to go ahead, log on to TinkerCAD and create a new circuit and get started. Alright, now that we have a new lab set up with TinkerCAD, why don't we start by bringing in some of our components. First, we can bring in our breadboard, drag that in. We can bring in our LED. We can bring in our resistor. We can also bring in our new component, the potentiometer. Notice it's in the main part of our search bar, but if it's not, you can always search potentiometer. And we can bring in our 9-volt battery. Search for battery and drag in the 9 volts. Now that we're on the battery, I'm going to rotate that 180 degrees so it's easier to work with. I'm going to rotate my resistor 90 degrees. I'm also going to change my resistance to 100 ohms, not 1000 ohms. Make sure you're also selecting the regular ohm symbol from the drop down here. And we also do have to change the resistance of the potentiometer. It starts out at 250,000 ohms. We want it only at 50,000 ohms. It's a little bit smaller. Now that we have all of our parts, we can start by bringing in our red lead from the battery. So we'll bring that into the 4th row down. And I'm going to change my color to red so it's a little bit easier to follow. Next, I'm going to bring in my resistor. The left side of the resistor is going to be in line with my red lead from the battery. Place that. Now I can bring in the new component, the potentiometer. I will drag that in, and the middle wire coming out of the potentiometer should be in line with our 100 ohm resistor. So notice how they're in the same row here. Next, we can bring in our LED. And that's also going to go in the same horizontal row as the potentiometer, but a few squares over. Now we can draw our wire from the third lead wire from the potentiometer over to our positive side of the LED. Lastly, I can drag in my black lead over to the negative side or the cathode side of my LED. And I'm going to change this wire to black again so it's easier to follow. Now our circuit should be all set up. We can hit start simulation. Notice the LED is not currently on. If we drag around the potentiometer a little bit, it should power on. We can see here that it does not. And we're going to troubleshoot a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to check is that you notice my LED is in the wrong direction. So I'm going to rotate that 180 degrees, place it back in the same spot. And now we can hit start simulation again. I'm going to drag the dial potentiometer up. Oh, and you can see that the LED is slowly getting brighter the more I drag it. And I drag it all the way up, and the LED is now on. So if your LED turns on as you turn the dial, it means you've built the circuit correctly. If not, keep troubleshooting. And remember, once you complete the circuit, to take a screenshot and send it in to us for a grade. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.